Good evening, students. Here is your chapter number 2, from hunting, gathering to growing food. Some old books, the chapter name also be different. On the trail of the earliest people. Only this is a title change. The whole matter is same as in the old chapter name on the trail of the earliest people. Okay. Tusar's train journey. This is a introduction of this lesson. Tushar was going from Delhi to Chennai for his cousin's wedding. They were traveling by train and he had managed to squeeze into the window seat. Tushar is sitting very near to window. That's why he is able to see outside scenery very close as he watched trees and houses fly past. As the train moved on the way, his uncle tapped his shoulder and said, his uncle is familiar with all these things. That's why his uncle asked a question. Do you know that trains were first used about 150 years ago? Students, in India, the train service is started from 1851 around. So this is that's why the uh, that's why the Tushar's uncle informed him that the train first used about 150 years ago, and that people began using buses a few decades later. It means the in India first when it started, and after that, after a few decades later, the buses introduced in our public services. Tushar wondered when people could not travel quickly from one place to another. This information was very new for Tushar. He wondered. It means he was surprised, but he was not totally satisfied with this information because after that he was not sure that this was the real situation. Okay. He s- he feels some question. The earliest people, why were they on the move? He thought that earliest people, what is the reason that they move place to place? What is the reason? Okay. The satisfaction of this question, this chapter this chapter describes some facts about the region. We know about people who lived in the subcontinent as early as 2 million years ago. In this subcontinent, student, that this India, the country, known as a subcontinent because the area is very vast of our country and the climate situation and its land and its river, it gives us some identity like continent. That's why the combination of three or four countries, that is India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, this area is called subcontinent. Okay. So this subcontinent Here people are living from 2 million years ago. It means 20 lakh year 20 lakh year ago. This area is known as people lived here from 2 million years ago. Today we describe them as hunter gatherers because in the earlier all the people was hunter. The reason is the life facility that is available nowadays was not present on that days. People people have to collect their foods by gathering some products of trees in the forest. That's why we call them hunter gatherers. The name comes from the way in which they got their food. The way the system of the gathering foods gave the name those people. Generally, they hunted wild animals. They 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 were killed animals, caught fish and birds, gathered fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, stalks. Stalk means the dry parts of a tree called stalks, and eggs for food. Hunter gatherers moved from place to place. There are many reasons for this. What is the reason? There is so many reasons to move place to place. Okay. First, if they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plants and animals resources. You know, if a group of people stayed in one place and there are not much facility, not so much things to consume, if the available resources is less than the people, so after some time the whole resources was finished. That's why on that time people have to move from one place to another. Therefore they would have to go elsewhere in search of food. Okay. Second reason is animal move from place to place either in search of smaller prey or in the case of deer and wild cat in search of grass and leaves. You can imagine that if in any place the food series was breaks, it means a big uh, omnivorous animal is living there and no small animal is there. So this is a problem for omnivorous. So they can they can move from one place to another in search of smaller animals. In case of deer and wild cattle, in search of grass and leaves, and some animals move one place to another for search of grass and leaves. That is why those who hunted them, those it means the man who hunted them had to follow their movement. Okay? Had to follow their movement. It means had to move from there to another place. The second reason is this, and third reason is plants and trees bear fruit in different seasons. The change of season is also forced to man to move one place to another because the different seasons is also the reason, because in one season some kind of fruit, some kind of trees produce uh, fruits, and in some season they were not able to produce fruits. Okay. The fourth reason is people, plants, and animal need water to survive. The fourth reason is the availability of water, because sometimes the river is flow all the time of year, and some river is flow with water only some months. Plants and animals need water to survive. Water is found in lakes, streams, and rivers, while many rivers and lakes are perennial, flowing with water through the air, throughout the year. Others are seasonal. People living on their banks would have had to go in search of water during the dry seasons, winter and summer, because some kind of river has no water in the winter or in summer. They only flows in rainy season. Okay, how do you know about these people? How can we know about that people? Archaeologist, the word is archaeologist, the man who search articles and human use things after digging the ground. Okay, archaeologists have found some of things hunter-gatherers made and used. Archaeologists have found they found some such things that used by the hunter and gatherers. It is human-made and by them used by them as a instruments. Some of these stone tools were used to cut meat. Okay. The they stone tools are very useful for man, because the man used them for cut cutting the meat and bone. Okay, and also sometimes they used the stone tools for scrap the bark. Sometimes they wanted bark of trees. Bark it means छाल, जो पेड़ की ऊपरी सतह होती है उसको छीलने के लिए जब हम इसका प्रयोग करते हैं स्टोन टूल्स का, तो वी कैन से स्क्रैप barks and hides. Hides is mean the skin of a animal. Chop fruit, chop fruit it means for cutting fruit and roots. Some may have been attached to handles of bone. Sometimes the stone used for the handles of bone. Okay, the weapon that they used as a bone needed the handle, and the handle made of stone or wood to make spears and arrows for hunting. Sometimes stone were used for spears and for arrow. तीर और कमान आप जानते हैं, तो तीर और कमान के लिए स्पेयर्स एंड एरोज इंग्लिश वर्ड का यूज किया गया है टू मेक स्पेयर्स एंड एरोज फॉर हंटिंग. अदर tools were used to chop wood, which was used as firewood. Other stone tools were used to cut the wood, which was used as firewood, because after cutting the oats in small pieces, they were used for fear to uh, wild animals. That's why here is used the word firewood. Okay? लकड़ी जला करके जब जंगली जानवरों को डराते हैं तो उसको हम फायरवुड. Wood was also used to make huts and tools. Woods woods का प्रयोग झोपड़ी और जो वेपन्स है उनको बनाने के लिए भी प्रयोग किया जाता था. You can see how way the earliest people use the stone tools. Stone tools may also have been used for left digging the ground. Here you can see digging the ground to collect edible roots. After digging the ground, they can collect the roots of trees to eat. Right? Stitching cloths. Stitching cloths made out of animal skin. When the man have to stitch the animal skin, they have to use the stone tools. Okay, for stitching. In this way, the earliest man used stone tools. Choosing a place to live in. Look at map 2 below. All the places marked with red triangles are sites from which archaeologists have found evidence of hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers lived in many more places. Only some are shown in the map. In this map, the red point, you can see Bhimbetka. You can see Bhimbetka. You know, this place is in Madhya Pradesh. If you uh, if you go to if you go to Raisen, this Bhimbetka place is not so far from Raisen. It is near to Raisen. This is about 20 or 30 kilometers away from Raisen. And second, Hansagi. Hansagi. This is in Karnataka. And Karnool Caves. This may situated in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So these three places is uh, famous for hunter-gatherers. Only some are shown in map. Many sites were located near resources of water such as rivers and lakes. On that time, the people used to live in banks of river, lakes, okay? And there they used to build stone tools. Okay? Bhimbetka, the introduction is Bhimbetka in present-day Madhya Pradesh. This is an old site with caves and rock shelters. This is a site of caves and rock shelters. In these places, famous for residence of earliest people. Okay, people choose these natural caves because they provided shelter, living place. Okay, from the rain, heat, and wind. Very safe place from rain, heat, and wind. These rock shelters are close to the Narmada Valley. Near the Narmada River, you can see the Bhimbetka place. Okay, as stone tools were important, people tried to find places where good quality, sorry, good quality stone was easily available. On that days, the stone was very important because all the tools made from stone, and so the people choose such place where the stone available very easily. Okay. Rock painting and what they tell us. Here is a rock painting. Okay? A painting from a rock shelter describe the painting. Many of the caves in which these early people lived have paintings on the walls. The paintings on the walls teaches us that there were people who used to hunt wild animals from the help of stone. Sorry. Some of the best examples are from Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. These paintings show wild animals drawn with great accuracy and skill. The, the picture of this painting is suggested the lifestyle of earliest people. These are the sites what I am missing. Finding out about fire. From here, I will describe in next class. It means tomorrow morning, I will proceed from here. So that that is all for this time, and this is half part of this lesson. So I describe the rest of the chapter tomorrow morning. So thanks, students, and you can revise this half part of this lesson, and I will give you some written material also. So, thank you, students.